It's okay to still be figuring out what works for you as a parent, and while you're at it, you will receive all kinds of advice. But you see, the kind of advice that will make you doubt yourself or shame you, you don't want it, you don't want to be a part of it. In today's video, I'll be sharing 6 red flags that tell you when parenting advice is not for you. Let's get into the video. Hello, live learners. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chinoye, and the very first red flag to watch out for is it worked for my child, so it will work for yours. I know this sounds innocent, right? But the truth is that every child is different. No child is the same. What worked for child A might not work for child B. It might not work for yours. Parenting is not one size fits all. Every child has their own personality, they have their own pace, their own emotional needs. And when you get this kind of advice, ask yourself, does this advice actually fit my child needs at that moment? Or is it based on what has worked for someone else because this situation seems similar? Ask that, is this advice helping me find what works for us, what works for my child, for our family, or is just pushing me to do things their own way? Ask yourself that, this advice, does it have space for my parenting value, or is this advice ignoring my values completely? For instance, your baby is crying and then someone says, just allow him cry, just allow your baby cry. That's what I did for my child. But something in you is saying that no, I need to carry him now, I need to pet him, I need to soothe him. Listen to that voice. That is your parenting instinct and stick to it. See, honestly, if that advice doesn't leave room for your parenting style, if it does not leave room for your values, then that advice is not for you. The second red flag is that's how we were raised and we turn out fine. I know you must have heard this one from older relatives, especially. But just because something didn't break us then does not mean that it helped us thrive. It doesn't mean that it made us better. We now know so much about emotional intelligence, we know much about mental health, childhood trauma, and how these things shape a person as they grow. We know this better than our previous generations ever did. So, when you get this kind of advice, you need to ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself that, do I want to raise my child the way I was raised, or in a way that feels healthier? Do I want, do I feel that this is truly right for my child, or it's just what I'm used to? When you ask yourself this question and you notice that this advice is stuck in the past ways and has ignored how parenting has grown, please leave it there. The third red flag is you are too soft. You will spoil them. Some people think that kindness means weakness, but the truth is, you can be gentle, you can be kind, and you can still be firm. You can still have boundaries. You can still set boundaries for your children, even while being gentle. Before you take such advice, ask yourself, is this advice shaming me, or is this advice helping me grow? Is it making me question my kindness? Does it want me to be wicked? Hey, your toddler is having a meltdown. You are trying to calm the baby, just like the previous example we gave. You're talking to your baby calmly, you are petting your baby, and someone is saying, stop babying, you are babying this your child too much. He's manipulating. You need to toughen him up. He's a man. You need to make him strong, tell him to shut up. But You're actually teaching your child how to calm down. You're teaching your child how to regulate his emotions. And this will help your child not to misbehave because when he learns how to regulate his emotions. So being gentle doesn't mean that you are doing too much. It means that you care, and it's never wrong. That's never wrong. Red flag 4 says if they are scared of you, they will behave. So shout, let them know that you are in charge. See, if this advice only work when your child is afraid of you, then it's not healthy parenting. Fear might stop that behavior for a period, but it breaks trust. You don't want a child that will listen to you because they are scared of you. You want a child that will listen because they feel safe with you, not scared. That is at home. They don't run. So before you take your advice or before you take that advice, you pause and ask yourself, does this advice want me to be in control or to connect with my children? Is this advice building trust with my child or you just want to silence them? Someone has said to me that if your child talk back to you, just smack them. But I will rather teach my child respect by having calm conversation instead of shouting or hitting my child. When you parent through fear, you might get quick results, but it will harm the bond that you are trying to build with your child. The fifth red flag is you are doing too much. Let them figure it out the hard way. I know I do this sometimes, but let them learn the hard way. You will learn. See, helping your child does not mean that you are spoiling them. Yes, we want our kids to be resilient, to be strong, but it does not mean that you have to abandon them when they are struggling. So please, I want you to ask yourself, am I enabling their character or I'm just supporting them? Would I want this same energy if I was also struggling? So when you let your children to learn the hard way, it doesn't mean that you are leaving them unsupported. You are guiding them, and see, your support will build strength in them and not softness. The last red flag on my list is when the advice goes against your faith or your family values. You see, this one can be tricky, especially when it's a very logical advice. But I think it's very important that when you check deep down and you see that this advice does not sit right with your belief, it does not sit right with God's character that you know, it does not sit right with the scriptures that you know, it does not sit right with what you stand for as a family, it does not align with the kind of culture that you are building, and you know that this advice it won't give you peace when you follow. If you know that this is the case about those advice, please just pull away from it. If this advice will pull you away from your values, then it's not for your home. It's not for your child. See, to be honest, not all advice is bad, but when you see good advice, you will know because it will feel kind. It will respect your child's uniqueness. It will give you options, not guilt. So before you take someone's word to heart, you need to pause and ask, is this advice helpful? Is this advice controlling? Is this advice helping me feel confident or it's making me feel confused? Now tell me in the comments. Have you ever gotten parenting advice that just didn't sit right with you or one that truly helped you? I would love to hear your story. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with another parent who needs this video. Because on this channel, we are all about helping you enjoy your parenting journey one day at a time. So take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.